Hi, this is Miss Bell. Today we're going to look at Chapter 1.9, Pattern and Rhythm. Um, First, to just explain what is pattern, it has repetition, um, and it can be very obvious, for example, alternating patterns, or sometimes they can be ambiguous. So this is the example I'd like to go with for pattern. The obvious one is the stripe pattern of her pants. And then we have what's known as a motif, and a motif is like a floral-based design that is a pattern. And then the far background, we have the brushwork, which is more of an ambiguous type pattern. But all of three are identified as a pattern, and the artist was able to make them work by unifying them through a cool color temperature. A motif. Okay, so I mentioned that before. Here's just a detail of that, what I mentioned on that quilt she was laying on. In this case, we have vase, and you can see the floral pattern is repeated, but it is more design and less of a pattern like you might expect on clothing, like, if we're thinking about stripes or polka dots. And so usually motifs are on fine art like this, or an architecture. And here's another example on the Persian carpet. I want to show you rhythm. Okay, so rhythm is a principle where your eyes are moving from one point of the image to another. So, for example, our image in this image, we start over here where the hunters and their dogs are, and we follow the trees. The trees create a rhythm, so our eyes move down that snowy hillside, out over the frozen lakes and into that vast snowy mountain range. And there's other types of rhythm as well. This one to me is so repetitive it almost loses any eye movement, but I guess you could say you start from the front columns, from that front row, and your eyes push back in space. Okay, and then I wanted to show you this. There's a rhythm, and there's somewhat, you could say there's a pattern to it. We kind of have these cattle in groups, and it again moves our eye from the left towards what's closest to us on the right. And here they've broken it up for you to see. Okay, and we will stop there.